Hello everyone and welcome back to Kevin Nastro 2 and Shy Guy 02. And right now we're going to talk about another Troma film, which is called Mother's Day. It is a horror thriller film, and this, in my opinion, is the worst type of Troma film, where instead of gore and violence even being appealing to some fans or somebody, it is just disgusting and disturbing, to say the least. Now, this was even made earlier than the Toxic Avenger in 1980, and it's basically about this mother who trains up her sons to do her bidding of torture, rape, and violence against people that they kidnap and meet in order to entertain her in her old age. Now, just thinking and listening to that plot is disgusting enough, but the thing is that they make the main characters of the film the mother and her two sons, which is very unlikely, since most films would be let's let it be based on some tourists or something who go into this strange and dangerous country or area, and then they're attacked by this family. But the family isn't exactly the main focus. They just get to them in the last quarter of the film, where they really meet together. But in Mother's Day, we prominently see the mother and her two sons going about their daily work, and it is, to say the least, disgusting, gory, violent. Sure, that just sounds like Troma, right? But this is taking up whole other levels. The attitude of this movie is way off any tasteful demographic. Seriously, this is just disturbing. I thought it would be fun, but it's really terrible, and it is often said to be an exploitation film, and thankfully had a mixed negative reception. But of course, like most Troma films, it is a cult classic, and even got a rare Troma remake in the 2012 film Mother's Day, which is a lot lighter, if you ask me, because it took out most scenes of rape and torture and stuff like that, and it focused mostly on just killing. Anyway, other characters in the film are these three women who are kidnapped by the mother and her two sons in order to be tortured and raped and stuff. And that is where most of the story is taking place. And as I said, the way that they go about fleshing out this story is very disturbing, is very gory, it is very violent, and not apologizing or justifying anything. Like it said, it really is mostly a exploitation film. And I cannot describe enough how much I hate this movie because of its attitude of just showing you everything and just throwing it in your face, gory, violent, and it doesn't have any sort of style to it. It's just plainly thrown, so it has to be exploitation, because sometimes you could see violence and it's very beautiful. Imagine saying that. But that is true, that is what most movies do. But exploitation films just throw it to you to exploit a certain part or a certain demographic of people. Now, as I said before, it got mixed to negative reviews and currently has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, when I saw this after seeing the film, which I barely got through, trust me, it's torture itself just watching it, the bad acting and everything, and just how disgusting and gory and disturbing this film is. Roger Ebert, thank you God, famously despised the film, giving it 0 stars and saying how disgusted he was at its violence, gore, rape, and torture during sneak previews, writing, "The question of why anyone of any age would possibly want to see this movie remains without an answer." Now, I actually heard his review before actually seeing the film, but I've liked some stuff that he hated before, but I am totally on his level right now, and I hate this film as well. Same thing. Please do not watch this movie. Do not watch Mother's Day 1980. If you want, watch the 2012 one. I'm pretty sure that's okay. But this one is terrible in itself, and also very exploitative, very gory, very violent, very disturbing, with a very bad tone. Now, that's basically it. I don't want to spoil anything because, trust me, nothing in this movie is worth spoiling. It's just your normal horror flick. This can be run past, this can be bypassed, and you wouldn't be missing anything groundbreaking or anything. It will just torture your soul on why are you watching this. I literally felt guilty watching this film. That's how it made me feel. Anyway, please do not watch this movie, as I've said before, and I'll see you in the next vid, which will be in just a few minutes.